Have you been thinking about selling your home? But what's important to fix before you sell the house? Let's discover essential fixes that can boost your home's value and ensure you a quick sale. Gone are the days when we could put the home on the market and a line would form around the block and you could sell it, like the realtors like to say, as is, where is, and you'd get top dollar for it. But how do you know what to fix? Here's some key repairs that you shouldn't skip. And the first one is actually going to be something that's very essential to any home, but something we normally don't think about unless it creates a problem. Can you guess what it is? It's your roof. About 2 weeks ago, I shared a story about my client, Mary, who was making a move from the family home into something a lot more manageable for her and her lifestyle after the passing of her mom. You can check out that video. I've gone ahead and put a link to it in the description. I had mentioned in that video that once Mary was settled into her new home, we would go ahead and sell the family house. And as we're preparing to do that, Mary did something very interesting. She went ahead and got what's called a pre-listing home inspection. Have you heard of those? This is where instead of waiting for the buyer to bring in their home inspector and then the inspector finds something wrong with the house and then the buyer might want to cancel the deal or ask you to lower the price or give them some money back when the sale is completed, Mary called in her own home inspector to do a pre-listing home inspection to see if there was anything major that she needed to be aware of and even fix before selling the house. Now, what does this have to do with the roof? Hang in there with me for a moment. In the meantime, I'm curious, what do you think about this strategy for our Denver metro area market? Because this really is a strategy. There's pros and cons to it. Are you liking this strategy for a home seller, or do you think that Mary shouldn't have done this before we put the home on the market? Leave your comment down below and let me know your thoughts. The pros of doing a pre-listing home inspection is that you really get to look at all the systems in your home. In most cases, systems that you haven't paid too much attention to. It's a great way to be aware of anything that could cause the buyer to cancel, contract on your home. Examples might be a roof that needs replacing, a sewer line that needs repair, electrical or HVAC systems that could be safety hazards, or high levels of radon that might call for a radon mitigation system to be installed. All these items are items where a buyer could get nervous or too scared and cancel the contract. And with this knowledge, you can move forward with a selling strategy. Cons, of course, are the fact that you have this knowledge and you have to disclose it, no matter what your plan is moving forward. You also have to make the decision as to whether you're going to fix it, replace, or repair these items that you found out about. And if you're going to do that before you sell the house, or are you going to wait to see if the buyer brings it up and maybe not fix them at all if the buyer doesn't request it? Back to Mary and the roof. She discovered that the home, although older, was in good condition overall. However, it needed a new roof. Yep, there had been hailstorms in the area, and even though the roof looked good from the street and Mary wasn't experiencing any leaks, it was very damaged. Something that a buyer's home inspector was going to flag when they did their inspection. Looking at and repairing or replacing the roof is really number one in what to fix before selling your house. Now, what do you think? Should Mary fix the roof or shouldn't she? Again, I'd love to hear what you have to say. What would you do if this was your home? Leave your comment down below. And why is fixing the roof such a big deal? Because after all, she wasn't having any leaks with the roof. It looked good from the ground. And you might be thinking, well, if you don't have any leaks, why replace it? Okay, I get that thinking. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But here are a couple of things you're going to need to consider. Now that Mary knows about the roof, she has to disclose what she knows about the property and the roof on the seller's property disclosure when she goes to sell the home. Because it's required that the seller disclose any issues with the home, even if they're issues that they've repaired. Otherwise, they could open themselves up to a lawsuit if it was discovered later that they knew something about the property and never told the buyers about it. Also, now the buyer has knowledge. And for the buyer to get homeowners insurance on the home prior to closing, which is usually a requirement of the home loan they're getting, that means they're going to have to share that information with the insurance company. From what I've seen in my 20 years as a real estate agent, insurance company will most likely not cover the roof for the buyers, which not only makes it difficult for them to get homeowners insurance, may even impact their ability to get the loan to buy the house. In case you're wondering, the good news is Mary is going to replace the roof through homeowners insurance, as the damage was done due to hail. So the buyer that ends up buying this home, in this case, will do very well with a new roof. Next thing you want to do is look at any water leaks. Whether it's dripping faucets or a leaky sprinkler system, leaks can waste a lot of water, which not only increases your water bill, but can also affect your health and damage your home. For example, the average household leaks can waste more than 10,000 gallons of water per year, enough to wash 270 loads of laundry. Undetected water leaks can cause serious health problems. If not fixed, they can lead to mold, which is very hard to handle. Mold spores have allergens and irritants that pose major health risks. And if left untreated, mold can damage materials like the wood and the drywall in your home. For example, I had a coworker who got very sick, and no one knew why until they found a leak behind her shower wall that caused mold to grow, and she was having a severe reaction to the mold. When buyers see evidence of water damage, they start to worry about what else is not working, whether it was ever repaired, whether there is mold inside the walls, and why the homeowner couldn't be bothered to fix something so very important. So between causing potential serious health risks, costing you more money on your water bill, causing damage to your home, and even giving the buyer pause, making sure all the leaks have been taken care of should be on your list of things of what to fix before selling your home. The next thing that we all forget about until they start beeping are faulty smoke detectors and non-working carbon monoxide detectors. These are items I see home inspectors flag all the time. Currently here in Colorado, smoke detectors are required in each bedroom, and carbon monoxide detectors are required only if you have a gas-powered heating system. So if you've got hot water heat, you don't need to worry about the carbon monoxide detector. But if you have a furnace, you want to make sure that you have a carbon monoxide detector installed within 15 feet of any room used as a bedroom. These items are usually easy to get and easy to install. And most of the time, if they're not working, it simply means they need a fresh battery. So go ahead and take care of that before the buyer's inspector shows up at your house. Got a furnace in your house? Got central air? Then the HVAC systems are going to be the next thing on your list to fix before selling your house. Making sure that your furnace is functioning well to heat the home and your air conditioner is working well to cool the home is going to be very important. Common system breakdowns usually are the result of dirty HVAC filters, poor thermostat settings, and a pilot light going out. You may want to call out an HVAC professional to service these items before going on the market to make sure that they're working correctly and that the filters are clean and fresh. An added benefit of doing this that I've seen is since most home inspectors suggest servicing the HVAC system, you could do this and have the receipt ready when the buyer requests this to be done during their inspection period. Is your home bright and welcoming, or is the buyer stepping into a dungeon? Light fixtures are the next thing to fix before selling your house, and it's an easy fix that goes a long way when it comes to selling your home. Not only does it help when a buyer touring your home and the buyer's agent flicks a light switch and all the lights come on, but it's also an easy and cheap way to stage your home. Having the lights come on keeps the rooms bright as possible, and it also relieves any fears that the buyers might have of anything possibly wrong with the electrical system in the house. So check your light fixtures and make sure all the bulbs work. Next, you want to look at my all-time favorite, which is what we call your curb appeal. That's the landscaping and your home's exterior. The front yard and your home's exterior are the buyer's first impression of your property and how well you've maintained it. Make sure your front yard is nicely manicured, free from weeds and clutter. And you can even add a new welcome mat at the front door. Also, look for any tree branches that might be touching the home. Home inspectors will call those out as they could cause damage to the exterior of the house. So make sure to trim those back. If your yard has a fence, check that the wood isn't rotten, that there's no chipped paint or other damage. Make sure the gate opens and closes easily without squeaking. Fix any fading or peeling or cracking paint on your house. If your whole house needs a new coat of paint, go ahead and do it. This is important because if the buyer is getting a loan to buy your home, the appraiser might require you to fix the peeling paint before the loan is approved, and that could delay your closing. And a new coat of paint will give your home a fresh and inviting feel. You should also do a complete walk around your property and look for things like cracked windows, downspouts not attached to the gutter, and any overgrown bushes blocking windows. When you take care of your home's exterior, you're displaying your pride of ownership to potential buyers. And then as you're walking around your home, one of the other things you can look at, and it's a thing a lot of us don't even think about as we're living in our houses. Can you guess what it is? Yeah, look at your window and door screens. That little hole in the corner of your screen that you didn't notice, or maybe it's a screen that's faded and shredding because it's a window you rarely use, or my all-time favorite, the sliding glass door screen where the screen is whipping in the breeze because the dog went through it. I get it. Things happen. And it may be my personal pet peeve when I see this, and it's certainly not a deal breaker, but to the buyer approaching your house or looking out of your windows or door, we don't want them starting to wonder, what else haven't you taken care of? Especially after you spent all this time learning what to fix and fixing them before selling your house. After all, we want you to project an image of how well you've taken care of your home and how the buyer shouldn't waste any time writing you an offer today. If you enjoyed this video and you found these tips helpful, go ahead and check out this one over here that I posted last week where I talk about cheap upgrades to increase your home's value. Hi, my name's Peggy Dursthoff, and I'm a realtor at Live Denver Suburbs powered by HomeSmart. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.